It is almost 2 years since I've been owning this Polo GTI. So this is a 2022 model, and let me tell you more about it. Now let's go through the spec sheet of this car. So this car comes with the comfort package, which allows keyless entry, and it has the tilting sunroof and the upgradable 18-inch alloys. Oh, also to mention, it also comes with the leather seats. So the leather seats come with heated seats, which makes the total price for this car 585,000 Rand. And mind you, currently in 2024, this car, the exact same spec, it will cost you close to 610,000 Rand. So let me attach you with the spec sheet of this car at the current time now. And I would also like to say that the Polo, especially the Polo GTI, is no longer a poor man's sport car. So you also wonder how I am able to afford this car. So let me break down the numbers. So I did 100,000 Rand deposit for this car, which I also got 13.26, I think, for the interest rate, and I took a 72 months payment term with a balloon of 170,000 Rand. So monthly for this car, I'm paying around 8,300 Rand. And for the insurance for this car, since it's a Polo GTI, I'm paying 2,300 Rand, which makes the running costs without even putting fuel on this thing around 11,000 Rand. Oh, also, since it's a high risk car, I'm also including the tracker for this car, which I'm paying around 350 Rand for it, which is not really bad because some people pay around 9,000 Rand for a Polo R line, which this one is a GTI. So it's a fair amount. So I said the running cost for this car is around 11,000 Rand, and that's before you even put fuel. So this thing, it's fuel efficient if you're doing long distance, but if you're just going to the shop and stuff, it's very hungry. So I spend around 600 Rand per week on fuel for this car, and that makes it 2,400 Rand per month to put. And mind you that this car only has 40 liters of a fuel tank. And here's a weird fact: the Polo Vivo GT or the Polo Vivo has a bigger fuel tank than this, which has a smaller body than this car. Weird, right? And for those people who like fuel stats, here are my fuel stats. So this is the since I started the car, and this is the since refuel since I refueled the car. Then I'm gonna shift to the long term, and let's see. Since the refuel is a bit high and my long term, obviously it's gonna be much lower, so 7.8 to the 100. Okay, so let me start with the things that I don't like about this car. So there's three things. I'll do three things that I don't like about this car and three things that I like about this car. And let's start with number one, things I don't like. So I'm just gonna open the door here. So the first thing is I don't like the build quality on the doors, because everything here is plastic. That is plastic, and here it's more of like a cushion fabric type. And another thing is the squeaking and the rattling on this car, even when it comes brand new from factory, especially like here in this area. There's like a squeaking going on here, which I don't understand, which is irritating. So I don't like that. Number two that I don't like is the sound, the exhaust notes that comes as factory. So like it wasn't as loud, it didn't pop as much. So what I did is I went and put a downpipe to enhance the sound of this car. And I'll play a clip how it sounds like, and I'll also do like a launch control to show you how the car sounds and how the car sounds more aggressive.
And number three, things that I don't like about this car, it has to do how it puts its power down. So I think this has to be a GTI thing because like currently I'm running on Michelin Pilot Sport 5s, and you can see the threads are still looking really good. But if you do launch control on this car, it'll definitely fight for traction. So I tried doing launch controls on the GTI, the Golf 8 GTI, the TCR, also this one. They all fight for traction. So I don't like how this car puts its power down. Now let's get to the things that I really like about this car. So I like how this car looks. It looks very futuristic, especially with the light bar that's running across here. And as you notice, I did some modifications. So the first modification is that I wrapped the rims black to give it like a black style look. And I wrapped this, I made it to be black as well. So it's more like a chrome delete. I did the mirror caps black. And also from the special edition, the Polo GTI special edition, I got this decals here, which looks really nice on this car. So one thing that I was never gonna do is put TCR stickers on this car. And another thing that I did as well as a cosmetic modification is that I did the roof black, and which I think it should have came stock is the diffuser. So from stock, the diffuser is white. So I redid this, I wrapped it, and I made it black, which I think it's really how it should have came out as stock. And number two, what I like or love about this car has to do with the steering wheel. So I know a lot of people don't like this touch sensitive buttons, but I really love them. These buttons look futuristic. So I like how when the steering wheel is not functional, it's like, it looks like the buttons are off. But once you switch it on, then the buttons come alive. So how you do this, it's either you can press them or you can just slide like this, and it kind of gives you like an haptic feedback when you touch it. I really love these buttons. I don't know what people have against these buttons. So number three has to be the overall driving experience to this. It's not that much of a difference with the Golf 8 GTI. Just that the Golf 8 GTI you ride a little bit lower, but when it comes to the acceleration and the steering wheel feedback, they all feel the same. And I love the exhaust notes.
And what's currently happening here is I've put my car on a treadmill, a car treadmill, which is a dyno. So this will be a video. This will come to the next video. So I'm still working on this project. So guys, thank you a lot and please subscribe.